Okay, I want to go through some grid influences in the Grand Solar Spread. Um, when I first learned the cards, I wasn't looking at it from this spreadsheet like column A. Like, on Microsoft Excel, you'll say cell B2. Well, you can do it this way too when you look at these influences or aspects. And I think this is where the astrology people will start to get how the system really can work so well for them, is by looking at stuff in terms of aspects. So this is the perfect spread, and I'm just using this as an example, but the Mercury card is the Ace of Hearts. Okay? So you have Mercury, quick thinking, communication, ideas. We have the Venus card, the Nine of Hearts. So when we're going through all this, you have a double Venus influence here in a way with the Nine of Hearts. You have a double Mars influence with the Four of Clubs. Jupiter card in the past life spread is the Queen of Clubs. The gift that Jupiter gives her is being the strongest card for intuition. Their intuition is unbelievable. They just get messages and they know things and they can talk to the universe. And so they're the most fortunate card in the past life spread. Saturn card, so a double Saturn influence, the Seven of Diamonds. And I think I could just say it here really quickly. The Nine of Hearts and the Seven of Diamonds, they switch spots every year. One year they'll go back, the next year they'll go this way. Then they'll go back, then this way. Because they're semi-fixed, so they don't move around the spread like the other cards. The Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Clubs, I'll show you on the other spread, it's easy to see. But the Ace of Clubs and the Two of Hearts do that as well. Oh, here you can see the Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, and Two of Hearts. Sorry. These two cards switch every year too, because they're semi-fixed. So it's interesting that people who are those cards, they have like this Saturn year, then they have a Venus year. So they have like a good year and then a tough year. A good year, loving year, then a tough year. Uranus card is the Two of Spades. Good influences for the mind, friendship. And look, Two of Spades is partnership. It's the friend card of the deck. It's interesting how, I'm sure we're getting our names about these cards from the aspects in the grid. And then the Neptune card, the Ten of Spades in the perfect spread. A card that really can give you 110% go big, go home, radiating consciousness. And then Neptune, the Ten of Spades, the super worker of the deck, the Capricorn card of the deck. They're here to shine and radiate consciousness for all. They could overplay it by diving into their work too much, but this is a success of life and consciousness and health card. Alright, so I want to do this for the Grand Solar Spread too. So, current life spread, let's do it again. Mercury here is a Three of Hearts. We already said that the Three of Hearts is a Gemini card. It totally mentalizes relationships and love life matters, and they get in their own head instead of following their heart. So I think it's pretty fitting it's Mercury. So here we go. I just said the Nine of Hearts was the Venus. Well, in this current life spread, it's the Seven of Diamonds. Then we have the Six of Hearts, which is the Mars card. And the Six of Hearts is called the Peacemaker card, which I find so funny because it's in a Mars position. But sixes are very competitive and make for amazing fighters because they always can get revenge because they're a 6. 6 is karma. 6 is all about responsibility and the scales. And if the scales are tipped in the wrong direction, they are steady enough and monotonous enough to exact revenge on you, no matter how long it takes. Jupiter, the 10 of diamonds. So the Queen of Clubs was a Jupiter in the perfect life, and now we have the 10 of diamonds here in the material world. So the Jupiter card, 10 of diamonds, is very good at acquiring, very good at making money, lump sums of money, lump sum of value of things. So Saturn, 9 of hearts. There's a lot of heavy Saturn energy on this 9 of hearts, which is here to learn how to let go and forgive. These are the lessons of the 9 of hearts, and they don't excel until they kind of figure that out. They have to give to others without expectation of receiving. The Uranus card here in this life spread is the King of Clubs, not the 2 of Spades. But the 2 of Spades directly benefits by having the King of Clubs as their second karma card. And the King of Clubs is the King of Truth. They're very fair. They generally always do the right thing. They don't really lie. And the King of Clubs is, they're Uranus, so there is new knowledge they're sharing. There is, they're not like the other kings in a way. They're a little bit friendlier, and they stick to doing what's right, which is nice. And Neptune is the Queen of Hearts. So, the Queen of Hearts is this card that could be too perfectionistic in love or with kids. They can be very self-indulgent and lazy. They can be too pleasure-seeking. They have a really high IQ. They can be a great mother to people, and they're really here to be mothers to anyone. I mean, that is their goal. That is their purpose here. When you meet a Queen of Hearts, you can see it. I mean, they'll make it known. But yes, in this Neptune spot, they have to make sure not to escape into food, drugs, drinks, that type of thing, and not to be too lazy.